Good morning, race fans. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. Friday kicks off a big three-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. We have a huge day tomorrow, but today, second biggest pick six carryover in the country today right here at Laurel Park.
Right.
Gulfstream has the biggest, but ours is the second biggest. There it is. It starts in race 3 today. There it is, $74,401 for the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. Last weekend, last Sunday, they put over, I think, over $36,000 new money into it. So they'll put over $30,000 new money into it today. If you're alive with a single going into that last race, you could be looking at a nice six-figure payout.
Oh, yeah. Sitting right around 100, 110,000 you'll be sitting on, I would think, after today's card. And, just remember, Stan said starts in race 3. The Rainbow Pick 6 today starts in race 3. I think the whole key, can you beat Michelle Nevin in the 7th race with that 3-5 shot? Wonderful light. So even that one, and Linda Rice, if some other stranger comes in other than those two, I think you get yourself a pretty good chance.
Wonderful light, looks unbeatable. I have the horse on top. The whole country's probably going to be keen on that horse. Now, that horse wins. Probably not much of a shot of any live singles in the last race if Wonderful Light wins, because everybody keys on that horse today. That horse gets beat, and you have a live ticket, then you could be looking at a live single in the last race.
Yeah, and what we playing along with this ticket, and hopefully you have. If you haven't, jump in today and tomorrow. We're gonna have great cards, especially tomorrow. That five stakes on the card. But yes, Dan. The other races surrounding that race, they're no slam dunk singles. No. I think you've got to spread 3 or 4 deep in each of those races if you're going to be confident. So, and it leaves you that option to still come away 800, 1,000.
Sure.
And like I say, you beat those faves, you blow it up.
I have a ticket. Everybody should have a ticket. I'm 5 deep in race 3 to kick off my pick 6. We'll take a look when we get to the 3rd race. Remember, don't sleep on it today. It starts in race 3 today. Tomorrow's going to be another monster Saturday here at Laurel Park. The St. Patty's Day pig roast. We're going to have all the good traditional Irish fare, the succulent roast pork. So we'll have all the good Irish food, all the good Irish drinks tomorrow for the pig roast, and then I'm looking forward to the race card tomorrow. 5 stake races. It's a big 11-race card. The stake races start in race 6. We have the Conniver, then the Harrison E. Johnson, the Beyond the Wire stakes, and the Not for Love, and then the private terms going to showcase some of the top 3-year-olds around. Looking forward to that. I'm going with a long shot. I'm going with a 15-1 shot. Whirlin' Curlin in the private terms to pull the up. Last time Still Having Fun got beat was to Whirlin' Curlin. It was back in December. See if Whirlin' Curlin can get back in good form in the private terms tomorrow.
Gary Capp laying in the weeds, ready to strike at a big price. We've seen it time and time again with him. I like Forest Fire a little bit as a price user. I think both service runners are going to be dangerous in the private terms. Nice job by the racing office. Highly competitive. Maybe not the grandiose fields, but solid fields through and through for those 5 stakes race. Great job calling the rest of the gang in a racing office. They don't get enough credit. That's not an easy job. Those guys are hustling with all the competition. So, they kind of lay there behind the scenes, but they're kind of what makes this thing tick for us day in and day out.
Absolutely. So nice card today for the pick 6. Nice card today for those 5 stake races. Let's get right to the action today. Lots to show you on today's card. Right. Well, let's show you the track conditions. They have the track sealed right now, but it should be a perfect, beautiful, fast track this afternoon.
Yeah, we're dealing with, I think, the biggest concern, a little bit of a blustery day
windy,
out here. Dealing with some wind. They've been actually watering the racetrack in the last several minutes. So, they're going to open this track up. Windy, though, the big concern today. But, hey, sunny. Good thing the sun is out.
Yes.
Turf sooner than later, I hope.
First race post time, 1:10. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 will kick off the rolling Super High 5. It's a playable 7-horse field in the opener, so we'll start that Super High 5. Every race with 7 or more horses, we have the Super High 5. That's a low 15% takeout. Also, race 1 kicks off your early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. Always a mandatory payout on the early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's take a look here at the opener. We're going a flat mile. Maiden claiming 10,000. Filly and mares 3 and up. We have a video spotlight for you. Let's show you Nancy R. and Love in Excess last race, March 5th here at Laurel Park.
And just 11 days ago, if the math is correct. And, these two – We're close around the turn. Love and Excess kind of bidding between horses. Nancy R. perched 3 wide. You see her 3 wide in the white. Love and Excess under a drive there with Weston Hamilton. Gains a short lead into the stretch, but just not quite good enough. As Springtime Win, the dropper rolled right on by. And Nancy R. in a little bit tight there. I don't know if she was quite kicking on with the leaders, though, at the top of the stretch. Maybe cost her a couple length and a half. See if she can make that up against Love and Excess today, who's going to be an awfully short price. Love and Excess willingly to the wire, and it's going to be third time Robbie Bales. She's run even better figures at this distance. Clearly the one to beat. A little bit of a tactical advantage maybe over this field. I go for a little bit of a price, though. The 8, Zosia to the outside. Just blinkers on might be good enough. I know got beat 4 lengths by the favorite 2 races back on January the 26th, but was against the bias that day. Was stuck down inside the whole way, willingly to the wire. The blinkers go on. That's a good ROI stat for Corrales. Stan, I think Zosia hangs around. Corrales over his career, third off a layoff, 27%. I like that stat as well. A little upsetter, but 7 clearly the one to beat in the opener.
That could be a big weekend for the Jose Corrales barn. He has the favorite Something Awesome in the Harrison E. Johnson tomorrow. Caramanos, good to see Caramanos back in the saddle this week. And Horacio Caramanos, he's back. He's on a bunch of live runners today and also in the stake races tomorrow. I like Zosia. I use Zosia the 8 in my exacta. I like the 6 as well. Nancy R. Love and Excesso getting 11 pounds from both the 6 and the 8, getting 11 pounds. The 7 is with the second leading rider of the meet, the Bug Boys, the 7-pound Bug Boy, Weston Hamilton. So I'm hoping the 7 can get in front with that lightweight assignment of 113 and go all the way. So I get the chalk on top. 7-8 for me, 8-7 for you. We both like the 6. Soft group here in the opener, but it is a playable 7-horse field to kick off that rolling super high 5. Let's take a look here at the second race. I know you like the early pick 4. Early pick 4 action starts in race 2. Nice beat nickel, claiming 5,000 going 2 turns. Let's see how you play this early pick 4.
Early pick 4, $24 ticket today. Banner Bill, Weston Hamilton, seriously, he's going to be on the favorite. The first 2 races could take down the double with those short prices. I'm going to spread a little bit further, though. Go 2, 3, and 5 to get you started in race 2. Race 3, 1, 2, 6, 7. The road is probably going to go through the 2 Showmeister, but it hasn't been out in a few months. Will he be able to kind of handle the 2-turn distance off of that layoff? Singling, race 4, the 5. First time Rudy Rodriguez on Arctic Schiller. And in the 5th, another spread race, 2, 3, 4, 7. The motion horses will take certainly plenty of play. I think Schoenthal's horse will improve second out. The real kind of X factor question mark, the 7. Welly, first time for Bruno Tessore, turf to dirt.
All right, so you're keying on the 5, Arctic Schiller there in race 4. The horse is going to be in front. Can he get the 7 furlongs today?
Yeah.
That's the big question. So I like your ticket there. Early pick 4 action here in race 2. A couple nice beat nickel races on the card today are bread and butter. These claiming $5,000 races. The open 5,000 are the toughest $5,000 races, but a tough condition here in this second race. 4 and up, haven't won 2 in 6 months, never won 5. This is almost like an open nickel. We're going a mile and a 16th. I'll go with the 2, Banner Bill. The 9-year-old's in good form right now. He's made over $500,000. Nice win 2 starts ago against A in 6 months company at the $5,000 level. That win was going a mile in the mud. A decent 4th last out against Beaton 7,500. Drops back down to a nice cozy nickel spot today for Jerry Brooks. Gets Weston Hamilton aboard. I'll go with the veteran 9-year-old here, the 2, Banner Bill on top.
Yeah, resurgent after being headed. Got away with some softer fractions on the 19th, the day where speed kind of carried on that muddy sealed surface, but was dead game. A good effort last time, March the 3rd. And you can kind of key up the 2, Banner Bill, with the 5, Battle Tap. They both ran the same distance on March the 3rd. Fairly similar internals. Final time a little bit better in that Banner Bill race, but he was beaten 2 3/4 lengths. Now, he looks like he might have just a little bit more speed, than Battle Tap. But I think Battle Tap's going back in the right direction for Ness. Ness rolling right now, 5 for 22 in the last 30 days at Laurel. Maybe Vargas kind of applies a little bit more pressure and can soften the favorite up. They're lurking in the wings, maybe the 3. I'm going to take a shot in mid-ocean. He's run well at Laurel. You see 8 starts, 2 wins, 4 seconds in a third. He was hampered on the 19th. He was stuck down inside against the flow of the race. That slower opening quarter and half kind of cost him his run. He really didn't have that effective late kick that he certainly can put on. I think you go back to the two-back race. He's fine. Gets a hard-trying rider, and Carlos Lopez Jr. A little bit better value with the 3 mid-ocean, but I agree with you, Stan. Vanderbilt's going to be awfully tough on the front end.
All right, so you have the 2 in your exact. I have the 2 on top. The 3 I didn't use. You're going to get a decent price here on the 3 mid-ocean with Carlos Lopez Jr. in the saddle. Good third 2 starts ago. Maybe didn't like the mud last out behind Banner Bill. So you'll get a good price there on the 3 mid-ocean. We both like the 5 here. Battle Tap's in good form. 5-year-old son of Smart Strike. Probably worth the $4,500. Let's jump on in there and get ourselves one. But, yeah, in good form right now.
I'm about $4,500 short, though. That's the problem.
I hear you. You get the leading rider of the meet, Vargas, on the 5. Battle Tap looking for 2 in a row for Ness.
Yeah, and has back numbers to go off of. Ran better than kind of what I thought. I was as the favorite last time out, I think, but kept on going, kind of rated back and made another move, 2 moves. I like seeing that when horses are able to do that. Cycling back in the right direction. Go back lower on those PPs, down the bottom, some mid to high 70 figs. He's certainly capable. Only 5.
All right,
Jamie Ness doing well, Stan.
He's been on a roll. All right, so nice beat. Nickel going 2 turns there in the second race. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, second biggest Pick 6 carryover in the country today, $74,400. I have a ticket. It starts in race 3 today. We'll take a look right after this.
In the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Either way, you win. Have a stake in the race with ExpressBet.
Welcome back today to Races presented by Fidelity First. All right, let's get right into today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 3. Don't sleep on it today. I know it starts normally in race 4, but only 8 races today, so Pick 6 action starts in race 3. There's the carryover, $74,400. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. A $48 play for me. I'm going to go with 2 singles at the end. I don't think anybody can beat the heavy favorite in race 7, so I'm not going to spend money trying to beat that horse. That's the 2 Wonderful Light, 3-5. Jevion Toledo aboard for Michelle Nevin. I'll key on the 2 in race 7. That's a nice allowance feature. And then race 8, I'm going to key on a 7-2 shot. Now with the 3 Link Appleyard is out of race 8. I'll probably be like 2-1 here on the 4 Benny Y. Benny for Scott Lake, Ricardo Chappie. So keying on the 4 Benny Y. Benny in race 8. The heavy favored Wonderful Light, race number 2 in race 7. Looking for a price here in races 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'll go 5 deep here in race 3 using the 1, 2, and then also using the 5, 6, and the 7. The 5 Leroy Brown at a good price. Also the 6 Smart Russian at 5-1. Looking for a little price there. Race 4 going with the 2, 3, 5, 7. The 2 Bo Ziggity, my 12-1 long shot there in the 4th race. Race 5's a nice maiden special weight going a mile. I'll go with the 2, 3, 4, 7 in there. The 7 Welly could be a decent price for me. Race 6, a nice allowance feature for 3-year-olds going 5.5. The 1 Align the Numbers looks awfully tough, but the 2 Jovis in the 4 American Power might get a better trip on the outside, and then keying on the 2 there in race 7, the 4 in race 8. $48 ticket. You can see my tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Keith's early pick 4s up there as well. Tim Tulloch, he'll have a late pick 4 up there for you as well. So I'm going with 2 singles later on in the car, looking for a price early on.
And you might still get a little bit of price. That Scott Lake course, they rarely bet on the fan. The bettors really just don't dive in. I think it was 30-1. But in this field, you're right, with the scratch, maybe settling in that 5-2 range. Demon Buster could be very tough in there, as is the first-time Figgins having the speed. So, I like your approach of it. Get you there. Get you to the last 2 and see what happens.
See if we can get something home here. Let's take a look here. Race 3, claiming 5,000, 4 and up, A in 6 months, never won 4, going a mile and a 16th. And I think the 2 Showmeister might be lone speed. from the inside with Sheldon Russell aboard the 7-year-old for trainer Jeff Talley. A nice win last November, going wire to wire up there at Penn National. I was against a lot easier company, 4,002 in a year. This race a little tougher today. We haven't seen the horse since then. It's been working well at Pimlico. A bullet half-mile work February 10th at Pimlico. So hopefully in good form for the comeback, going right to the front, the 2 Showmeister, I hope.
He certainly could dictate things, and you like that little stat, 61 to 180-day layoff for Jeff Talley, a profitable thing, $3.20.
Right.
So your ROI for that one. Certainly I think the road is going to go through the 2 Showmeister. Maybe the 3 Tippett can force the issue a little bit. I think Tequila Hero is going to benefit, moving outside to inside. The shorter run into the first turn at this 1.16 distance. I think he's running just a little bit better right now. I think Rob's maybe kind of got him figured out. He's maybe running against a little bit better of recent note compared to some of these. I think Weston can get this horse into the race a little sooner, hopefully be a couple lengths out of it, leaving the far turn, and just kind of wear down the speed types. Showmeister coming off of that layoff, that could be his downfall.
Yeah, Tequila Hero has the back class. 8-year-olds made almost $300,000. He'll get a nice ground-saving trip on the inside with the Bug Boy. I like the one. I use him in my top 3 and on my pick 6 ticket as well. The 7 we both like on the outside. Can't make this up for trainer Anthony Aguirre. Ricardo Chappie will be aboard. This horse a little camera shy recently, but he's been right there. Hasn't been off the board since last October. He's been knocking on the door at this level here at Laurel Park and should get a nice trouble-free trip coming from behind on the outside today.
Doubt. He's just a grinder. He tries.
Yep.
He's come up just a little bit short here. A couple of races, 2 races back, only beating a length. Then ran into Union Blues, who ran off the screens. But I like the efforts that the 7 has given. Smart rushing. The blinkers go back on. This trainer got a winner the other day, Antonio Arriaga. Right. Maybe going to run a few more horses down here. A neck behind my top selection. This horse certainly has jumped up and run some big races in the past and won't have to improve much off of that last race to get it done. But I think Weston will have Tequila here in striking distance around the final turn.
All right, so I'm 5 deep here. I think the 5, Leroy Brown, maybe with an outside shot. It's been in good form recently at Charlestown for Jose Corrales. Going to try to convert that sharp Charlestown form to Laurel here. The 5, Leroy Brown. The 6, Smart Russian. Those are my 2 price plays, the 5 and the 6 here in race 3.
Yeah, he certainly had his head picked up with the races at Charlestown. 0 for 5 at Laurel. Hasn't hit the board. But yeah, it looks like he's back in better form right now, and he won't have to move up much off of those Charlestown races.
All right, so it's a competitive beat nickel going 2 turns here to kick off this big pick 6. I go 5 deep, hoping for a little bit of a price. Let's take a look here at the 4th race. Race 4 will kick off the late pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout on the late pick 5. Starts here in race 4, going 7 furlongs. I told you we had a bunch of nice beat nickel races today. Race 4 is claiming 5,000. 4 and up, haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4, and we have a stat here for the 5, Arctic Schiller, the speed horse, trying to get 7 furlongs today. Here's the stat for Rudy Rod.
Rudy Rod's done well. Past couple years coming down with these horses, running in the lower claimers, less than 10,000. He's 5 for 15 with dirt sprinters at Laurel. ROI 266. I think this horse is the speed of the speed. First time in the barn, he hits at about a 30% clip with that. Maybe Photogenic or El Grillo kind of forced the issue. I like this barn change in here and a big wake up last time out, a little freshening, kind of, let's retool this horse a little bit, get him straight. I think he can go ahead and dictate and steal it on the front. And I had the single somewhere. I'll take the shot. I think they're going to have to catch him.
Okay, so I have the 5. Do you have the 5 on top there? I have the 5 in my top 3. I think the horse is going to be in front. Just a question, can he get to 7 furlongs today with J.D. Acosta aboard? We haven't seen the horse since early January. He's been lightly raced, only 2 races since September. So, yeah, he'll be in front. Can he get to 7 furlongs? You have him on top. I have him in my top 3. I'm going to go with the 3 Turban, the 8-year-old on top here. Rider change on the 3 Turban. Make the rider Rosario Montanez. is. So the weight will be now 120. Make the weight 120 for the 3 Turban, and he gets Montanez to ride. I'm glad he gets a journeyman jockey to ride. Montanez, a good rider. Turban, a bit quirky to ride. He's sometimes funny at the gate. So he kind of does his own thing sometimes, making a late rally. Hopefully he's not too far back. He is a 2-time winner going 7 furlongs. I'll take a shot here with the 3 Turban. I think he finds a nice, cozy beaten nickel spot today for Lacey Gaudet.
He could absolutely get a dream setup. Lacey with 2 runners today, both very live. Demon Buster later in the card, but Turban looking for that setup and just might get it. 7 furlongs is a good distance for him. He can settle and make one steady progression. If the 2 Boziggity, Arctic Schiller, Photogenic El Grillo kind of all tangle up, which is certainly possible, Turban's going to be waiting in the wings, no doubt about it. And he'll make a run. He's a tough old timer. Gotta love Turban.
El Grillo's a live 6-1 shot, I think. This is a very live horse. I have this horse on my pick 6. El Grillo had a nice win going a mile against Beaten Nickel Company back early January here at Laurel Park. Didn't run well, going 9 furlongs at Charlestown last out as the favorite. That was late February. Maybe just didn't like Charlestown, but gets back to a track he likes today. He's cutting back to 7 furlongs today. I like that. Julian Pimentel aboard for William H. Wolfendale the third. I think the 7 El Grillo is live in this spot.
Yeah, Pimentel reunited. He did a nice job 2 back getting this horse to relax and rate. I thought he'd be on the engine that day. He did not. He gets along with this horse well. We'll go bar and change here to William Wolfendale. Yep.
All right, so a nice beaten nickel there to kick off the late pick 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 is a nice maiden special weight, one of the features of the day to kick off the late pick 4. We're going a flat mile, maiden special weight for straight 3-year-old fillies. We have a video spotlight here of Hotcha and Malibu Surprise. The race they're coming out of January 27th here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and I would say that the 4 Hotcha had a little tougher trip. Was in the 2-path just outside of No, dueling for the lead. It's a short lead midway on the turn, passing the 3/8 at this mile distance. And Malibu Surprise now starts his run on the outside, gets the better of the trip, is able to kind of circle from the outside. And now battling is Hotcha. Hotcha doesn't give away pretty much still about a 16th of a mile. So I think this horse might have a little bit of a tactical advantage over Malibu Surprise today. And here's the key, though, Stan. Blue Union Rags, your winner there for service, came back to win an allowance and did it nicely after encountering some trouble. So key horse is Blue Union Rags. These 2 are both going to be tough for Grand Motion.
Right.
Hot Chai like a little bit better.
All right, so we both have the 4 on top here. Malibu Surprise, you get the leading rider. Vargas on this well-bred filly by Malibu Moon out of a Go-Sapper mare. This is a homebred for Blackstone Farm up there in Pennsylvania. A big improvement in her second career start going a mile. This will be her second time going a mile. She's meant to be a good one, I think, sitting on a big race here. So is the other Motion filly. Well, he's got a couple well-bred ones in here. Bernardini for the 3 Hotcha, Malibu Moon for the 4 Malibu Surprise. So one of the Motion runners could definitely get it done. I used the 2 in the exacta, though. Madison Avenue, this filly by Quality Road. She was well-touted for her debut. Ran an okay race going 3/4 against maiden special weight. Now stretching out to a mile in her second career start for Schoenthal. Fergal Lynch stays aboard. The 2 Madison Avenue could show up here in the 5th.
Certainly. Multiple winning siblings. Everybody loves Rudy. I think that horse made about $160,000. The toughest part here, stretching out off of the 1 spread. Yeah, and that's my bad there. I should have Hot Child on top. Not much separating them, though, in my opinion, so I almost pretty equal. The way I like both of those horses, the 3 and the 4. The 2 certainly, I think, could jump up. And the 7, Welly is that real question mark. You look at the damn wall of worry. 4 for 26 on the dirt and did win routing. Some of these horses, first time to the story, they kind of jump up and just run big races. Good, sharp work out at Laurel back in February. So I would not leave this horse out of the multi-race gimmicks.
I use the 7 Welly on my pick 6. She's by Street Sense. That debut, she showed a little speed in a big 10-horse field going long on the turf in debut against maiden special weight. Very respectable 4th at 37-1 in a big field that day with some nice horses in there. So she's probably fit to go now, going a mile on the dirt coming off the layoff, but at least she does have that one route under her belt.
Oh, yeah. I think
So, all right, so the 7 Welly could be interesting there in race 5. Let's take a look here at the 6th race, a nice first level allowance contest for straight 3-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs. We have a video spotlight here on the 9-5 favorite, the one Align the Numbers. Here's the race from March 4th. Very impressive here at Laurel Park.
And the whole key with Align the Numbers, had the rail. But look, we see a lot of times horses break a step or two slow. Not Align the Numbers. And the gate speed is the key for this 3-year-old gelding by Orientate. He gets into the race quick. He's ready to roll. He's into the bit as well. Very keen. And we're going to follow this horse up now, passing the quarter, coming up to the quarter pole top of the stretch. And Acosta just kind of nursing along, a little nudging to the quarter pole. Treetop Flyer, the Cal Lynch runner giving hard chase, but Align in Numbers. Once he set down at the 3/16, he really responds, opens up 4, holds comfortably by 3 and change at the wire. Good to see Donna Lockhart in the winner's circle with Align in Numbers, and he's awfully sharp. He's got a lot of speed. You see that back in. You can't really fault him now. The rail, he's fine. He dealt with it fine last time out. He's going to be the one to catch. I like the 4 American Power, though, coming in for Jason Service. Doesn't matter what if your last name is Service, you're running pretty well here. Usually your horses at Laurel.
All right, something here. Stat or picks, one or the other. Anything. There we go. There's a stat on American Power.
American Power, well, there's your stat. The last 2 years, Jason Service, 8 for 16, Stan, with 3-year-old maiden winners last out on the dirt. ROI of 278. This horse comes out of a strong race. I know it was a maiden 35 at Gulfstream Park West back in November. We saw Service hit with a horse off of a layoff prior stand. Remember Dial Operator a week or so ago. Came off of that Jersey bred score to win here going away. Strong stat. Second and third place finishers came back to win. None such, I believe it was the third. Somebody came back. No, it might have been the place horse. Came back to run an 83 recently at Gulfstream. Salty field down there for 35.
Sure, I think the 4 American Power is going to get a nice trip with Vargas stalking on the outside. But the video spotlight we showed there of Align the Numbers, that horse just galloped last out, breaking from the 1 hole in a big field, a homebred for Holly House Farm. This horse hasn't run a bad race, and J.D. Acosta probably going to go right to the front from the inside today with the 1 Align the Numbers. I have on top. You have the you don't have the 5 on top.
No,
do you?
My bad. That should be the 4.
Okay,
that's the 4. 4-1, guys. That's my bad. 4-1-2-6.
All right,
in race 6.
So the 4 American Power, who I do use on my pick 6 ticket, going to get a dream trip, probably stalking on the outside with your meets leading rider Vargas aboard.
Yeah, I think this horse is going to be well prepared and ready to go off of that little bit of a layoff. But yeah, Align the Numbers is going to be tough to catch.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just turn the page here. Race 7. Here we go. Allowance feature of the day. Keith has the 4 on top there in race 6. I have the 1 on top. All right, race 7, here we go. First level allowance contest, 4 and up. Going 6 furlongs here for race 7. The 2, Wonderful Light. Your 3-5 morning line favorite, Jevion Toledo, champion rider. Was the leading rider here in Maryland last year. Got back to the winner's circle last weekend. Toledo takes a call here on this 4-year-old colt by Tis Wonderful. Has a couple lines in his form, but really his horse hasn't run a bad race. Fired a 102 Buyer, breaking his maiden at Aqueduct last December. A good second last out against Allowance Company up there at Aqueduct behind Westwood, who would come back to win. A 99 Buyer last out for the 2 Wonderful Light. I don't think he's going to go to the front. Probably going to be close early with a nice stalking trip, right?
Yeah. I thought Corajon might have been the speed, but Corajon is scratched. Going to wait another day for Corajon.
Who's the speed? It's a 5 Tricky Lion?
Yeah, Tricky Lion was aggressively ridden on that muddy sealed surface. Took the initiative last time out. The Cobb has a little bit of speed. Even Polar Jet doesn't have to be, I don't think, too far out of it in this race. Interesting spot, though, because Michelle Nevin, one thing saying, looking back at Formulator, not a lot of starts at Laurel in allowance races. Sent down a lot of maiden claimings, the 10, 15 claimers. Not a lot of allowance types. I'm assuming this race just fit in the schedule perfectly. You're keying up horses. This horse clearly got the better of Polar Jet a few races back and keying up some of these runners. Second, 2 back, Switzerland came back to win. Third place winner, Preservationist, has come back to win 2 races straight, running Buyers of 94 and 97. So if the 2 or 8 don't fire in here, this is going to be your best opportunity, though, to take down that Rainbow Pick 6. But they look awfully, awfully strong. Polar Jet keying up against the red-hot Eastern Bay.
Yeah. The 2 Wonderful Light, your heavy favorite here. This horse, I could just see this horse maybe getting in a little trouble. He's going to be covered up early on with speed to his outside. The 5 Tricky Lion, sometimes the 6 Cobb is shown shown speed. The 8 Polar Jet, Vargas is might going to be Vargas going to dictate the pace early on here on the outside. He's going to be able to look in, and if he could see he'll be licking his chops if he can see the 2 Wonderful Light boxed in trouble. Vargas just might get the jump on the outside with the 8 Polar Jet.
Yeah, I think that maybe the only thing you can kind of look at to a little bit late to the races. Couple layoff lines already in just a 4-race career. Maybe that's the biggest concern, and the fact, like I said, Nevin doesn't run a lot of allowance runners down here. It's an interesting little go. I would not single the 2. I mean, he may go ahead and whistle. I'm going to definitely use the 8 as well.
All right, on my on-air ticket, I have the 2 single, but on a bigger ticket, I'm absolutely going to use the 8 Polar Jet here. Nice allowance race to kick off the late daily double. We'll see if the heavy favored Wonderful Light can live up to his billing today with Toledo aboard for Michelle Nevin. All right, another beaten nickel race here in the 8th and final race, going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,004 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. The 2-1 morning line favored. The 3 Link Appleyard is scratched from race 8, so I end up on the 4 here. Benny Y. Benny for Scott Lake. I think the 7-year-old just catches a winnable spot here. Ricardo Chappie rides for Lake. They're 21% together. Benny Y. Benny, a 3-time winner, going 7 furlongs, and he had a respectable 4th last out at a big 31-1 price. He was right there at Turn of Rome and just didn't have it. That was back on January 13th. A recent half-mile work, March 6th up there at Park, so at least he's done something since that last race. I just think he catches a winnable spot here today. I like the connection, Scott Lake and Ricardo Chappie here with the 4 Benny Y. Benny.
It might get a little bit of a relief when you're basing it on Cooking Up a Storm. Has kind of gone up and run pretty well for Jerry Brooks. Going to have to deal with the 5 Mo Focused on the front end is the 4 Benny Y. Benny, and the 7-year-old, topped out one of his best numbers in a long time. Can he kind of repeat that? If he does, certainly he's right there. I like the way, Lacey Gaudet is kept with Demon Buster, and patience is paying off. He's improving every start. Last time out, caught a track that was holding speed pretty well. They went very quick on the front end. I think this is a pace of a race is going to be much more to his liking. I think he lays a little bit closer and kind of moves away, turning for home. I think this is the right setup for the 6 Demon Buster.
Yeah, he's a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. He likes 7 furlongs. He'll get a nice trip on the outside. Louis Garcia and Lacey Gaudet, they've hooked up with a couple nice winners this wintertime meet. So I like the 6. I use him in the exacta. The 5, Mo Focus, could be right there. Xavier Perez, he's been winning recently. This horse, might be going right to the front and try to play Catch Me If You Can here with the 5, Mo Focus.
Yeah, he certainly looks like the one. I think Mo Focus will go ahead and be sent by Perez. Going to play Come Catch Me. Demon Buster, I think he reels him in. Maybe Benny Y. Benny. I stand alone. It needs a little bit of help up front if that late run is going to be as effective as we've seen it in the past.
All right, so 8 races today. Big carryover, second biggest carryover in the country for our Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 3 today. I have a ticket. You can see it on the laurelpark.com website. We'll show it again this afternoon. Pick 6 action starting in race 3 today. We have 5 stake races tomorrow, part of our big St. Patty's Day celebration. One of those stake races, the Harrison E. Johnson. You made something awesome. The Grade 3 General George winner going 7 furlongs. You made him the 9-5 favored going what? Mile and 1/8 in the Harrison E. Johnson. Big question, can he stretch out from the 7 furlongs to the 9 furlongs in the Harrison Johnson?
Huge concern, no doubt about it.
He's the class of the race,
Yeah, and off of that last race, I had to go ahead and make him that short of a price, 9-5. I think he'll settle in there 9-5, maybe 2, maybe a skosh lower, 8-5. But that's always a tough thing for these horses. They get in that routine, 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs, or sitting back and making that one run. It's a whole different ball game. Now you've got the 2 turns to deal with, and a salty field as well. Some horses that are in very good form.
All right, we have a nice video package to show you of the 7-year-old Something Awesome by Awesome again, a homebred for Adena Springs and the Stronach stable, and trainer Jose Corrales. Here's Something Awesome and Corrales a couple weeks ago after he won the Grade 3 General George. The 7-year-old Something Awesome is a homebred for Frank Stronach's Adena Springs Farm in Ontario, Canada. He is by Stronach's top sire, the 1998 Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Awesome Again.
Awesome Again has won!
After winning 4 races on the synthetic track at Woodbine, Something Awesome was sent to trainer Jose Corrales' barn at Laurel Park in October of 2017. In his first 2 starts at Laurel, the closing sprinter showed he has a liking for the main track.
But when he ran it the first time and Prado rode it, I got impressed the way he ran, and he ran a very good time. And then when it comes to that, I said, well, see what happened. But, I keep training, and then I start realizing this horse is a nice horse. I run the second time, and he win again. I mean, I got to feel more about the horse. He come back after the bouncing back all the time after the race, and I think that's quite a good horse, And I start feeling that's probably the best horse I ever have.
After winning 2 in a row at his new home track, Something Awesome ran a game third in the Fireplug Stakes in January. The 6 furlong sprint set him up perfectly for the 7 furlong General George.
I run with the same horses going 3/4, and I got beat by 3/4 of a length. And in that moment, I said, well, the distance maybe helped me, and I think the extra furlong was was the help for the race.
Something Awesome swooping by them on the far outside. Fellowship from dead last, also with a late run. Something Awesome in the General George.
The Grade 3 win is even more special given the fact this horse was bred by Stronach Adena Springs and is sired by the farm's top sire, Awesome Again.
Well, I think for the farm and the sire, I think it's very important, and I think it's kind of emotional for them because Andy also mentioned that, it's very it mean a lot to them because, they own the racetrack and they own the sire and they own the horse, it's kind of nice, and it's nice for be part of that.
For Corrales, a former jockey, this win was one of the biggest wins in his career.
As a trainer, yeah, it is the biggest. I mean, I run in the Preakness and I win few other state with my own horses. But to win for the Stronach group, it was a very important to me. I mean, I've been trying to win it since I came over here, and man, it's been tough. But finally hit one, and I hope we can win one Grade 1 one of these days. That will get better.